What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching how Gooning affects your brain. I know y'all love that one Gooning video I already have. Go check that out right up there. It's about that one guy in the drive-thru. It's actually a pretty good video. You should really check it out. Gooning truly does affect everybody, so make sure to like the video to spread awareness. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's activate the Goonage, bruh.
The gooning phenomenon is affecting many guys in your brain in unimaginable ways.
Not me though.
And like the studies show, about 92% of men self-pleasure anywhere between once a week to several times per day. So with the brain rot term / meme of gooning spreading rapidly, you could only imagine or speculate how often they might do this. By the way, in case you didn't know, gooning is a form of masturbation where you do things like edge to prolong orgasm or having no orgasm at all. The word in itself is memeish, and nobody really talks about this seriously for obvious reasons. It's taboo, but that's where I come in. For example, I used to be a masterclass prestigious gooner before gooning was a popular term, always trying to find new and intricate ways to prolong orgasms due to how deep I was in the porno and math.
Hey, bro, I ain't a trench warrior like maybe some of y'all, bro. Like, I don't be that deep in the trenches, bro. Like, it was never that deep, bro. You know, I hit the little lick every now and then, bro. But like, you know, it was never that deep. Like, trying to find new ways to goon, bro. Like, what you mean by that, bro? Like, what you out here fucking doing?
Masturbation rabbit hole. And not gonna lie, it really made me a lonely incel-like goblin who felt less incentivized to go out and make real, genuine romantic connections with people in real life.
Is that a real thing,
the surface of the negative effects they had on my social life, my body, but especially my brain and psyche.
Yeah, y'all be Jamaican jerking your chicken so much, bro. Y'all don't feel love and compassion, bro. Like, that's crazy. No way.
And just like any other addiction, if you're not aware of potential drawbacks, you will suffer the consequences. So this is why you need to understand the dangerous effects gooning has on your brain. Okay, so I want to preface something real quick by telling you guys I'm not no psychologist, gynecologist, or anything that ends in gist. But I just did some research you guys will need to know because I see this as a potential problem for both genders, men and women alike, but mostly guys since they're the main consumers of sexual content. So gooning is supposed to give you pure sexual ecstasy, which could only be achieved through the act of edging. And for those of you who don't know what edging is, essentially it's when you're stroking or flicking around your genitalia. You do this to the point to where when you feel like you're about to reach your climax, you stop and hold it so that way when you're fully ready to combust, your orgasm will be much more powerful. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if it's placebo or if it's a fact in and of itself, but the actual fact is if you keep trying to reach new stimulating heights of orgasm, then that insinuates that you have an addiction because it's simply just dopamine overload. And I'm not gonna go into detail about what dopamine is. At this point, most of you guys should already know what it is and its purposes and what it does, but I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown of how dopamine plays a role when you're gooning or masturbating, right? So basically when you're masturbating, it triggers the release of dopamine, which you guys should already know is the feel-good neurotransmitter in our brains, of course. And when you keep doing this in excessive sessions, the brain becomes flooded with dopamine, leading to intense pleasure. And so over time, when you keep doing this, the brain adapts, requiring more stimulation for the same level of satisfaction, and also potentially reducing sensitivity to everyday pleasures. And this is part of why I'm so heavily against consuming sexually explicit content. And it generally pisses me off when I see guys try to reach this high so badly to the point to where they're using their own hard-earned money to send to these degenerate-ass OF girls.
Hey, we got something to agree on, bro. Like, y'all out here paying, bro. The shit is for the free ski, bro. And y'all out here paying. And then y'all ain't touching nothing, bro. And y'all out here you go. Here's my credit card information. Here you go. You can read it if you would like. Here is all my money in my bank account, ma'am. Like, y'all niggas are different. And y'all niggas move different. It's like, oh, nigga, if you ain't got it, then say that. It's like, nigga, no. I'm good, bro. Like, it's just, I'm not stupid. Like, it's just that simple. Like, they got free shit, which you really shouldn't even be tapping into the free shit. Like, that's what this is about right here. Just like, this is no gooning, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't even be tapping into the free stuff. But, like, you should be doing that instead, like, I feel. But, I don't know. Just stay away from it all if possible. If not, don't pay for it, big dog. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, bruh. Like, you know, but at the end of the day, it is your money. It's your bills. If you got your shit taken care of, you got it taken care of, man. You want to spend your extras on OF, man, you know, by all means, like, it's what you want to do, bro. Like, you a different niggas, bro. That's all I just say.
Or models, or whatever you guys want to call them, who also don't know or care about them. And also allowing yourself to be exploited for a high that's never fully gonna satisfy you and is gonna leave you numb and hollow. Also, bro, no bullshit. I can't even get mad at these sex workers for doing that. And yes, I just call them sex workers because that's what they do. I can't even get mad at them for it because guys are allowing this shit to happen. It's like the cliche saying that I usually like to say, you are what you allow. And I don't say this to be insensitive or diminish how bad of an addiction this is for guys like consuming porn and masturbation or gooning in this case, and not acknowledge how bad men's mental health has gotten. But it genuinely surprises me how much guys won't prioritize building a sustainable, healthy system that's out there for free to aid in improving their mental health to stay away from this garbage. So bro, if you experience things such as anxiety, guilt, shame, depression in some cases, it's because you have dedicated an insane amount of time rewiring your brain to chase after artificial stimulus rather than, you know, seeking it out from real life goals and human connections. And I know I'm gonna get some backlash from some morons in the comments, but let me just use video game addiction as an example. And yes, video game addiction does exist. We can acknowledge this. And before I continue on my next point, I want to make something extremely clear that one, I am not against video games. I sometimes play it on my free times from time to time. And I'm also not against the developers for developing such addictive games. They're smart, and I'll tell you why they're smart. But what I am against is pouring unhealthy amounts of hours into it and that taking over your real life. And again, the developers are not bad guys for this, but they know what they're doing because they purposely make these games addictive to
I really hope he's not leading into like gooning for a substantial amount of hours. Because dog, if you're taking hours out of your day to goon, bro, like you might need to reevaluate a lot. Like that's crazy.
Mirror real life in terms of chasing goals, since they know from a biological standpoint, human beings crave development, growth, and genuine real life human connection. Like, bro, look here. Numerous studies have shown that pursuing some sort of goal or real life connection greatly increases satisfaction and happiness. We as human beings crave those things, but without them, we're left to our vices and a life of misery that awaits us, which should be common sense. When you do unnatural things in excessive amounts to the point to where it becomes a hobby and takes away from other areas of your life, you will suffer the consequences from said choices, making those habits far more difficult to break because what you have done is create a dependency on it, which also leads me to my next point. Because in some warped, fucked up way, it makes you attached to it in order to get your needs met, but in an artificial sense, rather than through real, healthy methods or through other human beings, if said needs are not met in a timely fashion from real life things. And this is part of the reason why people use things like drugs, alcohol, or any type of hedonistic things that gets them or helps them get through the day, which indicates that there's a problem going on mentally that they're running away from, but which most of the time they'll never tell you or say what it is and always cope and say it's for X reason or Y reason. But bro, the truth hurts. But one thing I refuse to do time and time again is coddle people and play into delusions and tell them that these things are okay just to not hurt their feelings, when in reality it's destroying them mentally and physically. And even though gooning is seen as like a funny haha meme, it should also be taken seriously and talked about even in other aspects such as relationships and intimacy. Because the more and more you keep trying to reach for higher levels of sexual satisfaction through contrived ways, heavy emphasis on contrived ways, by the time you actually have sex with someone, it won't be as good and it's gonna ruin your relationships, causing things like erectile dysfunction due to things like the death grip, and far less sexual satisfaction with your partners because you become numb to sexual cues. So like, for example, you guys notice like when you bust a nut, you feel very drowsy and don't want to necessarily do anything. That's no good because you and I both know that we have work to do. We don't deserve to rest just yet.
There's always something to do, bro. My nigga. There's something to do right now, bro. There's always something to do, bro. And you out there busting that nut, bro, and you exhausted. Retain that motherfucker, bro. Unless you got a little joint pulling on that motherfucker, bro, then you alright. You know what I'm saying? But still, retention by all means.
Saying this in some hustle culture shit sense in terms of like telling you to grind 24/7. That's not sustainable. I'm telling you that you're not gonna get anywhere from busting nuts or prolonging your nut period, especially from things like gooning. And low-key, what I'm about to say next is gonna be something that resonates with you, right? What's happening is that your minuscule efforts from gooning are going into these OF models or sex workers' pockets and fueling their dreams instead of your own. So for those of you guys who are paying for OF, stop it. Like, why would you want to be someone's pawn that helps fuel their dreams instead of your own? Gooning in and of itself is an extreme sexual thing to do, in my opinion, that does more harm than good. And the thing is, you guys and girls included, but I'm mostly talking to the guys, but girls can relate to this too. You guys need to understand that there's immense power inside you that lays dormant, that's waiting for you to tap into it in order to take control over your life. And again, gooning is not going to help you get there unless you have other goals in mind. You know what I'm saying? But I assume if you're watching this, you want to stop. You know what I'm saying? Or you should at least have no interest in doing so. But
hey, brother, I'm watching this for strictly educational purposes. I thought there's gonna be more visuals, but it's all good using GIFs and yourself and stuff. It's all good, but it's like, hey, I ain't a doing specialist, bro. I'm just here probably because I watched that one drive-thru video or whatever. But go check that out, by the way. But that's probably why I'm here. But doing it, I did not think it was this bad, bro. I thought doing it was a simple, a few minute jerk and you're done. Like, I didn't know it was like this whole session, like y'all going for hours, like here on yourself for way too long. Like, of course you're exhausted, my boy. Like, I didn't know this was going on. This is an epidemic. Y'all need healing, but y'all get well, man. We don't finish out this
essentially
video,
the point of this video is to just make yourself proud enough to refrain from hyper-stimulation, like things like gooning, porn, junk food, video games in excessive amounts. I want to clarify that. And do this to the point to where on your leisure time or on your free time, you make something good of yourself, or you find out what your purpose is. Like, for example, I'll tell you right now, your purpose is just something that just takes most of your time that you can't seem to want to get away from. So for example, building this YouTube channel is my purpose. Find something like that for yourself. What might be a purpose for me will be different for you. We all serve different purposes, right? Just do something good for yourself to just further help you become a more decent, well-functioning, healthy human being with good things going on all around your life. It's really that simple. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this video.
No, it truly is that simple, bro. Take care of yourself. Stop prioritizing sex first and gooning first or whatever. It's like, don't get me wrong, bro. It's great. It feels good in the moment. The dopamine rush is fantastic. Like, blah blah blah, I get it, bro. Goon all day, but like, come on, bro. At one point you gotta wake up, get back to work, bro. Like, I know I'm not talking about just 9 to 5, bro. Go out there, do a little more, bro. Do more than what you did yesterday. You feel me? Real old head type shit. You feel me? That's what old heads would say. I'm gonna pass it to you, bro. I'm old head, bro. So I'm gonna pass it to y'all, man. I hope y'all are doing well. I got a lot of new faces around here, bro. I'm feeling the love, bro. I'm seeing people are watching more. I appreciate y'all. Go check out something else on the channel. I'm gonna need y'all to hook up that gaming channel too, bro. Go rock with that. I know there's not a lot on there. I'm working on it, bro. 2 channels is already crazy, bro. And on top of that, I'm trying to bring streaming back. But holla at your boy. I'll see y'all next time. I'm out of here.